All right, Dr. Lori V, which one of these purses should I take and which one's more valuable?
Oh, well, this one's the most valuable. I like that one better, though.
Okay.
So don't go by taste. That's what it'll teach you.
Okay, yeah, but we'll also teach you what's valuable and what's not. So that's coming right up. Value this, Dr. Lori. Hi, everybody. I'm Carol Erickson. Dr. Lori V, value this. What do you think of my new purse?
I'm liking your new purse.
Okay.
Vintage.
Vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rocking out with sort of girl women things.
Well, yeah, lots of stuff. Couture. You know, we've got some clothes, we've got some hats, we've got some purses.
You know, when you go to antique stores, you often see a lot of this stuff. Is it worth getting?
Some of it is really worth getting. You want to make sure that the condition is really good and that it's made in places where we have high quality standards. And whether or not the pieces relate to other pieces, you're like, what does that mean, Lori? Well, if you open up my purse and you see inside that this actual little beaded shell formed purse from the 1970s actually came with perfume. It's a Nina Ricci giveaway. So basically, you would get a perfume, and then you'd get the purse too, right? And they do that at makeup counters even today.
Absolutely, right. Can it become more valuable?
It can come a little bit more valuable. This is worth about $25.
Okay.
It's a good form. It's in beautiful condition, like it's never been out of the box.
Yes.
But then you want to think about the perfume that it actually came with. This is a circa 1940s perfume bottle.
Okay.
This is worth probably somewhere around $75 retail. So that's a nice piece. Now, what you want to think about with this, I'll give you that to hold. What you want to think about with this, make sure you have the stopper, right? And make sure that the stopper, in fact, is intact, no damage to it, and make sure that you have some kind of design or decoration. There's usually no mark on the bottom of these. So that one was from for the 1940s, and this one, probably another $25 to $35 one. This is crystal, and this is from the 1960s.
Can you ping on them to know when it's crystal? Because some of them have that kind of dumbed down feel to it.
Forget that pinging. That sound is going to sound different to everybody else. It's totally a myth. Here's what I want you to look for when you're looking at crystal. Clarity. Crystal clear.
Okay.
Right? And weight. Because the definition of crystal, it has to be 24% or more lead in it. So lead means it's heavy. If it's heavy and it's clear, then you have crystal.
Okay, and the fact that it's got so much lead in it, if you had perfume on it and then you put it on your arm, are you getting lead transferred?
No, you're thinking about lead paint. That's like lead paint. You want to be careful of lead paint.
Yes,
that's smart.
Yes.
But basically, when you're thinking of that, that lead is actually part of the process. It's not like lead paint that will be painted over.
Okay. Clothing that you find in antique stores, worth it, not worth it? Here's a nice sweater.
Mid-century sweater. So this piece is going to come from a high-end store from the 1950s or 60s. So you have all of this handwork done that you don't see as often. So they're asking about $75 for this. That might be a little high for this particular sweater, but lots of vintage couture goes very high. Your fur coats, your mink stoles, a lot of your, for example, your Harvey Bernard suits.
Yes,
people are going, oh my gosh, really? Yeah. So it's not that old. Maybe it's 30 years old or 40 years old, but it's still pretty valuable.
All right. And then is it riding a wave where you've got that window to sell these clothing items and then it just drops off and then the material deteriorates?
Well, if it's not in good condition, you're not going to be able to command as much money for it, right? But remember, vintage couture, very, very popular. People love it, particularly millennials, particularly folks who are saying, I want something cute and new for my wardrobe for work. And they pick up something at these stores. So you can pick up some nice pieces. Remember to always have it dry cleaned afterwards. Remember to look for the buttons. Make sure you count all the buttons. Make sure that all the elements are there. Condition really is very important.
Okay, so purses like this that are old, if you like them, they're collectible. Sometimes this one.
That's right.
It's got a made in Japan in it.
And all individual beadwork. So if they're doing the individual beadwork by hand, it's worth a little bit more than those things that are just made by machine. Okay, and then age is going to be a value indicator in this particular case.
That looks like the 20s.
Yeah, this is the 1920s, 30s piece, right. And this is a nice one. This has all of its elements are still intact. You can see all the little, of course, seashells and some of the little pearl beads are still intact here. And lots of them are like this one. Lots of them out there, and you can get them for a little bit of money. But basically, you want to look for the quality of these things. And they're wonderful to have. You can always use an extra clutch, can't you, girls?
Exactly. And you know what? And then when we go on the red carpet with all this stuff,
right.
People go, where did they get that? Well, in this case, we got it right in Bristol, in Bucks County. So, all right, Dr. Lori, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time on Value This with Dr. Lori.